be good. Got my pipe stuck. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Kevin. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And the audio might sound different from our other videos because I am using a new GoPro 11 that I got and I'm trying it out. I actually used it the other day when Rachel and I come down here and we were cleaning this old rock building out, and it seemed to do pretty good. It's kind of goofy sometimes in the dark and the shadows, and then you get in the light, it changes everything, but I think it'll work just fine for today. So we got a couple things I'm going to be doing today. We are away from the farm, but we're going to go back here in a little bit because I just got off work. I'm going to come down here and play around with this rock building and see if I can't figure out an easy way to get this roof off without actually climbing up on there. That thing is so rotten, I don't feel safe climbing up on top of the roof and trying to remove it. If you are new and you haven't been watching our past videos over this thing, let me come in here and show you. So this thing has been in the elements for a while, and a lot of this is rotten, and this would not hold any weight at all. So if somebody was to get up on top of that, it is just going to fall right in. And what I'm hoping is these oak rafters, these rough cut oak rafters, are still good. Some of them have some weathering, I can see for sure. I think this one's going to have to be replaced for sure. This one too. There's 3 or 4, maybe this whole line over here will have to be replaced. I just don't know yet until I rip all that off, but I do see a couple for sure. But this OSB on this side is absolutely bad. This over here is not too bad, but I think while we're in here, we're just gonna go ahead and rip the whole thing off, leave the rafters. I got new OSB zip board that we can put back on there, and then we don't have to worry about it rotting or any more roof problems, and then we'll go from there. But today what I'm gonna try to do is, like I said, I don't wanna climb up on that roof and try to remove all the shingles and OSB and stuff. So I got some tools and stuff in the dump truck out there, and I'm gonna see if I can try to push a lot of that stuff up from the outside. I mean, from the inside out. That way I don't have to get on the ladder and get on this roof, because if you look, a lot of this isn't flat ground. It's pretty steep actually. So trying to get up on a ladder and get up on this rotten stuff, I'm not too sure about it. And right now I'm by myself, so I sure don't want to have no accidents. But another thing I want to do while I'm down here is we have a new camera system that we want to try out. Now don't get me wrong, we do have some trail cameras out here and stuff, trying to catch this wildlife and also catching trespassers and stuff, because something like this, you know, there's people out there that are evil and just want to vandalize things or steal stuff. And now that we're going to be leaving tools and stuff down here, I'm not going to leave anything valuable, but like shovels and maybe some lumber, stuff like that. Just some little stuff when we're down here working and stuff. I don't want it to get stolen. Now, just because you have a camera, does that mean that it's going to keep people from stealing from you? Absolutely not. But what it will do is you can be able to track them down. And in this instance, this camera right here is this is made by Reolink. And what is awesome about this camera type system is it works off of a 4G cell signal. So how awesome is that? It has a memory card in it. It has an app. You put it on your phone, and as soon as this triggers, if someone walks in front of it, you can set it up to where it'll send an alert to your phone, and it's real time. Now, some of the trail cameras I have are the same way, but they're kind of slow on transmitting that signal. I've been testing this thing out at the house, and it's quick, real time, and we just live right up the road here, not that far away. I can be down here in just a couple minutes. So say somebody was down here trying to steal stuff or vandalize the building or whatever, it'll alert me instantly, and then I can be right down here and either call the law or catch them myself. So Reolink actually sent us a couple of these cameras, and I'm not going to show you guys where I'm installing them all. I am going to install one just right here because I wanted to make a video over it, and they asked us to do a review over it, so we're going to do that. And I think I'm going to put it right up here on this cedar tree. The other cool thing about this camera is, so one of the drawbacks to camera, there's a couple of drawbacks to cameras. One is power source. Two is usually you got to have some kind of a network, wireless network or a wired network, something like at your house. Well, in this instance, it's a cell signal that works, driven off 4G. But the power on this thing is rechargeable with this little solar panel here. So how awesome is that? That thing is going to come in handy, and we're going to try it out and see if it works. The number one thing I'm not too sure about is the cell signal. I can't talk, keep getting my words twisted. The cell signal down here isn't the best, but it still has, I still have a signal where I can call and text and stuff, so I don't think it'll have a problem getting out at all. This right here is pretty open. There's some trees and stuff, but it's got plenty of openness to get a signal, I think. So before we leave today, we'll probably try to get that thing mounted. But my main thing I want to try to do is see what it's going to take to get this roof off. So I've got a couple of tools here that I brought along. I brought this right here. This is just a black iron. It's like a 3/4 inch black iron pipe, and it's got a threaded nipple thing on the end just to give it a little more area to push up on this roof. So from back here, you guys can see this side isn't too bad. The shingles are ruined for sure, but the OSB isn't getting too much damage. So the other side is what's really bad. And then I made this little handy dandy thing. Get it out here and show you. So I cut this 2x4 on an angle, not really trying to match the pitch of the roof, but get a little closer than just a flat edge. See if you guys can see. So what I'm going to try to do is get in there with this thing, and I screwed all these 2x4s together, and I'm going to try to use this as like a pry bar or something where I can hit up on that roof to see if we can knock any of those panels loose. So I have no idea how hard this is going to be. Like I said, those rafters in there are made out of oak lumber. Oak is super hard, and if it dries and you try to screw it or put a nail in it, usually they'll just break or your nails will just bend. And that's what they use on these rafters here. So if there's any nails or anything holding these OSB panels down, I don't know if they're going to be that easy to hit up. So I might have to get up there with a like a crowbar and a hammer or something, just go one by one. I don't know yet, but let's take this in there and try it. Alright, so this is already broke. Let's start right here. All we're doing is breaking the board. We're not even, I don't think we're pulling with the nail, sure not. Some of those spacer clips. I'm wearing eyeglasses, safety glasses. Okay, that one is pretty much off. And now we got sunshine. Well, that worked pretty good. That was rotten. I have a feeling this side that's not so rotten isn't going to be as easy. Show you guys kind of what it looks like. So we got a couple panels off, halfway. That's where we're at right now. And the bad thing about these things are they got a ton of these little roofing nails in them. There's just a bunch of these little nails like that right there. You don't want those in your tires, so we're gonna have to be really careful. Look how many nails, like they just go everywhere. That's one thing I don't have with me is a magnet. Of course. Here's a little closer look from the outside. So there is actually quite a bit of lumber we're gonna have to replace. You guys can kind of see those are rotten. Up there towards the ridge, that one's rotten, those rafters. So I think we're probably gonna have to replace every one of those rafters, at least on this side. Okay, so I finally get this stubborn piece off. Of course, I didn't have the camera going. And I think I just bent my pipe. Yes, I did. So the reason I couldn't get it off is because there is a little bit of an overhang, like a 2-foot overhang on that side of the building, and all those nails going down that rafter on the outside, I couldn't even get close to knocking them out. But finally, I got this in there to where I could pry up on this concrete ledge and pry them nails up. Boy, that ain't gonna be fun carrying that back up. One at a time. work too good. And my pipe's stuck. I'm definitely not as young as I used to be. So this is the same thing that I was running into over there. It's still nailed into the very edge on the outside rafter. I don't think I can break it loose. I don't know. Probably not. I'll just take the ladder on the outside and work my way with that little pry bar, and then I think that'll work. Go. Wait. Nope, the nail's hung up. All right. Whew. Might as well get this outside of this bottom piece while I'm out here, right? This piece of trim right here is just a hair up above this decking, so it's like right away. Always that one nail. Oh man. Okay, all but one little piece right there, and then a little bit on that outside, and we'll be done. But that is that's a job. You guys know I never claimed to be a welder, and I never claimed to be a roofer. That is a job for sure. Now we got to pick all this stuff up, so I ain't gonna try to do that by myself. A piece of this decking right here is not too bad, but when you add the weight of all of these shingles and tar paper and nails, it adds up quite a bit. So what we'll do is I'll wait till I get some help, and I'll bring the dump truck back down here, and we'll just throw all this in the back of the truck and haul it off to the trash dump. But for now, I got to get the ladder and then get up there on that very end over there, try to get that one loose, knock this little piece up here loose, and then I'm going to take a little tally count on how many oak rafters I need to mill up to replace all that. Some of them have broke. You can see that one right there broke in half. When I was prying up on it, it just snapped. It was already pretty rotten. So, but there you go. I'm gonna jump up on the ladder and try to knock the rest of that down real quick. Okay, I am completely done removing all the OSB shingles, all the panels, all that stuff off the roof. I even went through every one of these rafters. I got on the ladder and I took out every nail that didn't come out. And that right there, if you can see that bird, that is a bald eagle. I just now seen it. Yep, you can barely see it. I can see its white tail and its white head. I don't know if it picks up on this GoPro. I don't have a zoom, but it's so cool. You can just come down here, and especially in the fall time and the winter time, down here on the lake, and these birds, they're always fishing down here. It's awesome to watch. You can see a dead fish in the water, and sometimes you'll see a live one in the water, and they'll just swoop down and just grab them. I don't think they have babies right now. So anyways, I have to tell you guys something. I just found out something. I've been lying to you because I didn't know any better, but I've been lying this whole time to you guys. These trusses, or these rafters up here, all this lumber in here, I just assumed it was solid oak. I've been lying. It is, I'm pretty sure it is cedar. And as I was pulling them nails out, I was like, this does not seem like it is oak. It's too easy. Because I've used oak lumber in the past. Me and Dad built the barn a long time ago, and we're trying to pull out some nails and drive nails, and it's pretty much impossible. These were way too easy. Got some coyotes going crazy. But anyways, I have never seen anybody use cedar for rafters. And the reason I finally caught on to it is up here on one of these right here, there was some bark on it. And I'm like, that is not oak bark. It looks more like pine bark. Well, I got to looking at it, and it is cedar. And the more I look at it, it's, you know, it's not real dense and hard like oak. It is soft. So I've never seen anyone use cedar as rafters. I'm gonna have to do a little research on that. Cedar is not a hardwood, and I don't know if you can really trust it to hold a lot of weight. This roof is not gonna have a lot of weight on it. I'm gonna be climbing up on it whenever I put the OSB decking on it. But I always thought cedar didn't rot, but this right here proves otherwise. So where them shingles were torn off the roof, that water was getting in, and it sure enough did a number on them rafters up there. So I don't know, I wanted to keep it all original, but now that I know that it's not oak, I don't know if cedar is going to be good enough or not. I'm going to have to talk to some people, do a little research and see. Oh, there's one of fish jumping out of the water, but that is the finished product for now. Now I got a lot of cleanup. Shingles, nails everywhere. Let's just pray I don't get a flat in the old beast. That's the last thing I need to do. So I had this camera sitting here, and this is weird. Let me show you guys. I had this camera sitting here the whole time I'm in there working. That is the solar panel that charges it. And I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a green light on here. It's actually getting charged right now, and this thing ain't even facing the sun. I didn't purposely do that. I just plugged it in so I wouldn't lose it. And sure enough, it's taking a charge right now, just like that. So you can see the sun's hitting that tree up there. I don't want to put it too high, but I don't want it to get stolen or anything either. So I'm just trying to figure out if that's the best place to put it, or maybe over there on that tree. I've got some other trail cameras around. I think I already told you guys that kind of watch this area, and I've learned not to show people on YouTube where they are exactly, because if you guys have been following us for a while, you know we got some creek property that we like to enjoy, and every so often we get some squatters and some trespassers down there that like to leave trash and camp out and all that bad stuff. So we got trail cameras down there. Well, I put it on YouTube one day and I showed where some of the cameras was, and it wasn't too many days after they came up missing. So we're going to have to get creative with this. That tree gets sun, so I know it'll charge. This tree might get sun in the morning. This tree is facing east. This would be due east. I don't know. I don't know if it'll get much sun though. And then this limb's right in the way. I might have to come back with the pole saw if I do that. I don't know. I think the cedar tree would be better, but any other trees up here is they got a lot of limbs on them, so I don't think that it would get enough sun to actually charge. But I don't know. Only one way to find out, I guess. So this thing seems fairly simple to mount. That's the mount up there. This little thing screws into the back of the camera. Looks like it's mounting upside down, but Power switches in the back. The antenna articulates, of course. We'll just right there. Most of the sun in the evening time, so we'll leave it right there for now. We'll play with it. Alright guys, so instead of doing a screen record, I'm just going to show you guys live with my cell phone. So there is the live view. I know it's hard to see off this camera, but it is pretty clear. And what is awesome about these cameras is it has PTZ. So I'm going to try to move it down here. And of course you can see that annoying limb right there in the way. I'm trying to point it down a little bit. There we go. Nope, that was way too much. It caught up with me. Like I said, we don't have the best cell signal down here, but it's good enough to get a live stream, and it will also capture whatever sets it off, and it'll upload it straight to the cloud. So even if someone come down here and did whatever they wanted to do, looked up, seen the camera and said, oh, we better destroy that, that just caught us on camera, well, too late, because it's already recorded what it's got, and it instantly uploads it to a cloud. Okay, I think that's pretty good right there. I know that limb's going to make it very annoying on the motion sensor, so I'll have to turn that off, but see if I can get you guys a little closer. So I'm going to wave right here, see how long it takes. Okay, it just waved. Taking a little longer. And it has a time right there, so it shows you the time. See if I can wave here. I can't see. I wasn't even paying attention if it picked me up or not. Okay, so it's got me waving. There you go. So that's pretty real time. I mean, that's just as quick as it can be. It's way better than any of the trail hunting cameras that we got. That is pretty cool. And it's actually, right now it's on low quality. I can play with that, and I can put it on higher quality, and you could really get the detail. So how awesome is that? Okay, I just put it on medium detail, on balanced, and that's pretty clear right there. I'm gonna look up, wave. It might be a little more delayed because it's going to use a little more bandwidth. There we go, looking up, waving. And then of course you can even go to 4 megapixels, and I think you're going to have a really good cell signal for that. I don't know, let's try it. Oh, there's Rachel. She said, wow, I just sent her a picture of the roof. So I just tried to click on high resolution, and I don't know if that's going to work down here or not. It says it's loading, but yeah, let's do medium. I don't want to overload it right now. I'm gonna have to play with some stuff on there, but anyway, there we are. That's the balanced. And that lake is just beautiful. I know this camera ain't doing justice for it coming off this screen, but That is a really clear picture. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am worn out. My arm has just about had it. My shoulder, every once in a while I'm carrying the heavy feed buckets and stuff, and I ain't griping by no means. It's just part of it, part of getting old. Every once in a while my shoulder like gets knocked out of socket or something, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. I hate doing it. And you know, you force it and it just pops right back in. Well, I was using that piece of black pipe there, just hitting that roof as hard as I could when I first got here. And I did that again, and I'm like, oh, this is the worst time ever. But luckily, it wasn't too bad. My arm is jelly now. It's worn out. That's a lot of work. Roofers, man, I'm telling you, there's some workers, because one, getting up on a roof like this, you know, heights, some people can't do it. It's not made for everybody, but the people that do it, you guys are brave. And then two, roofers have to be hard workers, because that's not an easy task by no means. It's not like it's crazy. But anyways, I feel good. I got that done. Like I said, guys, one step at a time. We still live on a working farm. I still have a full-time job, still have kids, got football activities, all that type of stuff going on. So as I can, and when Rachel can, we get down here and we try to work on this stuff. And it's just, you know, pretty much the way I look at it as I look at it as an investment. I look at it as a hobby, and I love doing this. This is relaxing to me. Like I said, I grew up in this area, running up and down this creek and this lake, fishing as a kid. So it brings back a lot of awesome memories. Just being here with the wildlife. You guys can see all those vultures over there flying around. That's probably some of the ones that grew up in this building, if you guys remember. The scary creatures that were hissing at us. But anyways, I'm gonna walk down here on the water line before I end this video. Take a look in the water. They were running water out of the dam, and it was crystal clear. With that sun shining down in it, you could just you could see the fish swimming around. Like I said, I'm using the GoPro, and I don't know how it looks on here just yet, but I can see pretty good right there close. But you can see that big bluff over there. It just goes straight up. All those birds are just flying around. I don't know where that eagle went, but the lake is beautiful tonight. Got a couple hours. Well, it's about 5:30 right now, so got a couple hours before sun goes down. I still got to get home and feed. But yeah, what do you guys think of the building? Got a little more knocked out. Got the roof done. Now the real hard part's going to come. Got to replace those rafters, put the decking on, and the part I'm not so sure about is on the very outside, because I got to get out there and replace that rafter coming down as well. I don't look forward to that, but we'll figure it out. I'll get some help for sure. So it's officially fall time. The leaves are falling. The temperature's awesome. This is my perfect weather when the sun's shining. It's 70 some degrees. It's nice and cool. We got a north breeze. You know, you can get outside and just work all day, and you don't sweat too much. Cool down, and it's just enjoyable, especially out here with the view like this. So can't ask for anything else. God is the perfect artist for sure. So guys, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Follow our journey on this old abandoned rock building, 100 years old or more, and see what we come up with next. And then follow us as well if you're into goats and farming and all that type of stuff, the guard dogs. We've got a little bit of everything going on, but we appreciate every one of you that watch and leave the comments and everything. We love you, and thank you so much. And leave a comment, like this video, and we'll see you next time.